Hey guys, Thetcglover here. Today's video is a sort of discussion about the ban list. One thing that I really want to talk about today is so much tour guide from the Underworld. As we know, it got taken to 2, and thing is, with one tour guide gone, this whole playing free tour guides and Sangan, it's not as good as it used to be now. It's kind of it's hard to really think of how to deal with the situation. I mean, the way they've done it is put tour guide to 2. It's not like putting it to 1, because putting it to 1 basically means that you can only blating fiends, because it won't be very good if you don't have another target, another tour guide to get with the first one. So, you know, that ability to make rank 3s is still there. However, a lot of players have taken it upon themselves to try and fill the void that the third tour guide left us with. It's been a kind of standard thing to run 3 tour guides. You know, ever since it came out, it was like run 1 tour guide, and then it was run 2, and they realised that 3 was best because the card is, on its own, is so good. So, what are you going to fill that void with? It's been discussed on Pojo, it's been discussed on other videos on YouTube as well, depending on who you're subscribed to. What other level 3 fiends are there which you can actually play instead of that third tour guide? There's quite a few different ones. There's Dark Mimic level 3, where when it's flipped up you can draw a card. However, tour guide puts it into attack mode, so you can't actually get a draw of it. However, if you draw it before you actually get the card, tour guide, then you can set it and draw. Which is fine, it kind of replaces the card when it's destroyed. Another one is Poison Cloud. It does get its effect when it's summoned by a tour guide, because it gets destroyed while it's in attack position, and it kills their monster because it activates in the graveyard, destroys the monster that attacked it, and then it deals 800 effect damage. So that's great, but the fact is that you don't really want to put it into attack mode, and Poison Cloud doesn't get its effect if it's in defense, so it's just going to be, you're going to take a lot of damage and it's going to kill their monster. They don't take that much. It's just a 1-for-1, it's not that great. However, there's 2 other ones which has definitely been the next tier of, yeah, that's probably more likely what we're going to put there. The first one being Night Assailant. I actually do have one from the Battle Pack Epic Dawn box that I pulled. Check my channel if you want to see it opening. It was back when May, when the box actually came out. So yeah, Night Assailant is when it is flipped up, a flip effect. It can destroy 1 card your opponent, one monster your opponent controls. So it gets killed, and you can destroy your opponent's monster. The great thing is, it's just like Dark Mimic. When it destroys, when you draw it and you don't draw a tour guide or Sangan, then you can just set it and it does itself by itself. It's like Snowman Eater, except Snowman Eater is better because it can actually survive a battle. Of course, one great thing about this card also is that Tsukiyomi is coming off the ban list, so you can have this set and then you can summon Tsukiyomi, put it back down again and destroy another card, but that requires you to protect it for loads of time. However, Night Assailant does have that second effect that when it is sent from the hand to the graveyard, you can target 1 flip effect monster from your graveyard, accept that card, and put it back into your hand. So if you're playing Evos, for example, like my deck, you can actually get back Westlow, which is really fantastic for recycling stuff, although it's not really going to happen that often. Obviously, another card, which is the kind of the other card that's next to it, that's kind of competing for that 3rd spot, is Torbus from the Underworld. Ooh, nice and shiny. Yeah, fantastic card when it actually gets off. It was used in wind-ups mainly to get that 5th Hunter discard, so your opponent's basically top decking with 2 cards in hand, as opposed to 3. However, it led to some inconsistencies because you do draw it when you don't have any targets really, and then it dies and then nothing happens. However, a great thing to do is basically have 2 tour guides, a Sangan and a Torbus, and then Torbus gets overlaid with tour guide, and you'd attach tour guides for the effects, and then when the card dies, or you'd attach this second, you can shuffle the tour guide back into the deck. So you can draw the tour guide again and get the Sangan or get the other tour guide. So it's got that kind of a cycling use, and also you can actually target monsters in your opponent's graveyard as well. So you can disrupt their plays, you can disrupt putting a Grapha back in, you can put Hornet back in, even though Hornet is irrelevant now. And you can put other stuff back in. There's quite a few different cards you can put back. It's really, really great. Although there's no real way to chain it to something like Monster Reborn now, and it doesn't really have that top deck potential like Knight Assailant, because Knight Assailant does function on its own as a card. Tour Bus does require you to really get it with Tour Guide to actually do anything decent. However, my conclusion to the entire what to replace this third Tour Guide with, out of the 2 cards which I've shown you, the fact is that you don't need to replace that third Tour Guide. If you've realised, Tour Guide is at 2 now, Sangan is still there, which I really thought was going to get banned, so that Tour Guide could just be used for Fiend decks and for rank 3 spam. Yeah, so with 2 Tour Guides and the Sangan, you're still twice as likely to draw the Tour Guide. You're going to get that Tour Guide, get Sangan, and the Sangan can do whatever, and you'll still have a dead Tour Guide, but that's okay. However, if you get Sangan first, Sangan dies, you get the Tour Guide, do your turn, Tour Guide gets the other Tour Guide, you have no more dead cards in hand, or field, or deck, whatever. You got rid of your Tour Guides, you got your rank 3 Zen mains, whatever. Now Zen mains is a super. There's nothing to worry about. You have everything sorted out. You have your darks in your grave, and you can still do that Tour Guide get Sangan thing. You don't need to worry about drawing cards that you do not want to have drawn. Knight Assailant, as I said, Knight Assailant, Dark Mimic, good cards on their own, but they're really just not good enough in this metagame anymore. Tour Guide, you use it to get that rank 3, you do it, so you can create a wall, banish, special summon, and a 2500 beat stick. It's what it does, and these cards are just excessive and unnecessary. That's pretty much it. So if you guys disagree with not replacing the third Tour Guide, then please comment below. Put anything you want, say even a card that I haven't mentioned, because I only mentioned 4 cards. However, there are actually quite a few other level 3 fiends. Obviously, in stuff like Dark World, doesn't really count. You don't suggest stuff like Brow and the other one, because they're not very important. They're just used for that deck. So yeah, but I'm thinking about generic level 3 fiends which actually do have a use on their own. That's pretty much it. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. Definitely check out my description below for how to get free Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Really helped me a lot, and it would help you guys get free cards and other things on Amazon, it's great. So yeah, check out my blog as well, it's in the description, and hope to see you guys soon. I do apologise for the description I had in my other video. I said I got amazing pulls. It was more of a test to see how the description actually affects the video, and it was actually affecting the video. I actually had to take off the ratings because people were disliking it so much. That was not a troll attempt. I was actually testing to see how it actually does affect the video overall. I put amazing pulls. I only pulled 2 supers, Gargoyle Revenge and Void Trap pull, and I was really not very happy, but I thought just to see how many views I got, and the fact is, because it got so many views within an hour, I think it got like 200 views or something, it actually made the front page if you search whatever in the search bar. So it was really great to see that, and obviously I won't do that again because I'm not going to fuck with the subscriber base, because I'm not that kind of person. So do not worry about that. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in a few days. Who knows? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. TCG Love out.